All right guys, next we're gonna come into a child's pose. So either knees really close together, okay? It's gonna get more into that back, or more into the lower back, should I say. If you wanna get your knees out a little bit wider, that will just help get it to your hips a little bit. So again, whatever works for you. Just nice, relaxing pose. This is often I don't wanna say counter pose in yin yoga, or in yoga in general, but this is a pose where we normally look to reset. So, nothing too stressful here. About 4 more deep breaths, about 4 more. On your next breath, slowly come back into any position you like, sitting down on your heels, whatever works. Next. All right guys, let's get into a frog pose now. So, knees are going to be quite wide for this. For the most part, this floor is quite soft. But for the most part, you will need to get a mat or a blanket and pop it underneath your knees. So I want to keep them in line with the hips, so not too far forward, not too far back. And then you can see that my feet, so the inside of my feet are going flat to the ground. So here, I definitely even need a mat for this. Not a mat, a blanket. So then it's much easier, it just feels comfortable. There we go. And then just come out in front. Should feel like inside the thigh, excuse me. Should feel it inside the thighs, and just relax. Lovely stretch. A couple more brief breaths, about 3 or 4. And just slowly coming out now. And again, all of those knees together nice and slow. And into your reset position again. So, the next stretch is a butterfly. So, I'll go this way so you can see a little bit better, but I want you to bring your feet together. I don't know why I've got my shoes on, absolute schoolboy error. So, feet together. Okay, you can hold on for now. I would like you to try and relax, but if this feels comfortable, then no worries. So you're gonna bring your heels quite close to your bum and push your knees out. Just let them hang, okay? Big deep breaths, try and keep your chest up. Don't wanna be applying too much pressure. Like here, for example, I feel that inside my knee joint. We don't like that. Just breathe, let your knees just relax. Gravity to do the work. Not feeling this inside the hips? You can always grab a blanket or a block, book, anything like that, and stick it underneath your bum, and that'll help rotate your pelvis. Lots of options here. You can stay with your chest up, or if you keep the chest up and then you fold forward, place your hands down. Just make sure you're relaxing your neck. Don't want to feel it too tight in there. Couple more deep breaths. And slowly relax. Remember, in between each stretch, feel free to shake it off a little bit. If anything that feels good, want to open up the hips, do whatever you like, whatever works. All right guys, so we're going to do a reclining twist. And again, lots of different options here. So lie down on your back, bring your knees together, okay? Hands are out wide. And just make sure that your hips are down into the ground, your shoulders are into the ground. Now, option number one is just to rotate the knees to the right side. Okay, already I can feel this quite, I'm going to say aggressively, but quite heavily inside to my glutes and into my lower back. Try not to bring the hips too far over. I want to keep those shoulders down onto the ground, knees are around 90 degrees. That's option number one. Option number two is just to straighten out that right leg, so the leg that's underneath, and come over, you can attach and hold if you like. Again, this is probably, well, it is more aggressive because I'm applying more pressure through the leg, but if this feels good and feels comfortable, crack on. Option number two, if I keep my knees bent and I just cross my leg over and come down, option number two. That was option number three, wasn't it? I should feel a little bit more. Again, it's just like having an assisted stretch there. Last couple of breaths. And relax. And we'll swap sides. We'll do exactly the same, but now on the left side, so hands down. And then we're just coming down to our left. And if this, again, if this works for you, this feels good, stick with it, guys. You need to go, let your ego take over and go, well, this, he said this was the hardest one, so I'm going to do this one. You know, so I'll tell the lads. Or the girls. This is a good one for me, but I actually really like the one where I bring my leg over and come across. I feel like that stretch works for me. Last couple of breaths. And then just relax. And again, reset pose, whatever works for you. All right, guys, so we're going to come into a dangling forward fold almost, I guess. We call it whatever you want. So you're going to come down, tuck your chin in, roll through the spine. Then once you get to here, just grab your elbows, not hard, and just relax. Oh, so just relax. Breathing nice and slow, head just dangling. knees soft, but if you have good flexibility in those hamstrings, you can straighten those legs out. Last few breaths. And then slowly coming up, so reversing that movement. Ooh. And I would say stay up for this one and maybe just give a little shake it off. If you want to place your hands in the air as well, you can do that.